happen. Oriana's gonna back off. As I said, the thing about Oriana versus Katarina is the first levels, her auto attacks, each one of them increase the damage over and over. And if she gets the Q and the W onto her, it's gonna deal so much damage.
Yeah,
Insane.
it's not necessarily.
At the same time, Katarina can dodge with shampoo and stuff and just farm with her Q.
Yeah. But it's hard. It's hard. It's definitely a reaction matchup where it's going to have a lot of reactions and a lot of predictions because, like I said, Oriana's ranges are in the 800s to 1000s, and Katarina's ranges range from anywhere from 600 to 700. So even if you do shampoo, you might not even get away, depending how close you are. So
Graves actually winning out a lot by the creep kills in bottom lane. 13 creep kill lead already.
wow.
Sarah's gonna put out some nice damage on him.
Something to be noted here is that Oriana's got a lead in XP. She's gonna hit 6 here pretty soon. If she capitalizes on it, on a Doran Shield Katarina, it's gonna get ugly, real fast. Anyway, Mumu is swinging by here. Gonna try and land the bandage toss. Yeah.
Maoka actually ahead by quite a bit in creep kills versus Amumu as well. That early kill on Amumu set him back quite a bit, because I think he lost his blue as well there. Yeah, he did. He lost double buff to Rumble.
But
when you lose the buffs early to the top lane, it's really hard to go against that.
Yeah. But Jack seems to be doing what he can, so he's at 32 CS, Rumble is at 34, so it's not all bad.
He's actually keeping himself in there.
Yeah, it's definitely not all bad. Right now, Rumble going for that level 5 engage, like I mentioned earlier, you know, just picking his fights wisely. This is his time to shine.
6.
Now Jack's
should really engage now, because he has 6. Okay, now Jax has 6 as well. Maokai is gonna get the blue himself. No, Oriana is gonna get it.
Yeah, meanwhile, bot lane seems to be getting poked hard by Draven in this Syra combination, which is very strong if you think about it. Over time, those plants do damage, and then Draven's bleed. It's a lot of free damage for, you know, not a lot of commitment. Zyra's range also in the 800s as well. So their team's pretty long range. It's pretty, it can reach. You got Rumble bringing it back when it comes to close range with his flamethrower, so, you know. Them a good point.
Yeah, but it doesn't seem like Draven has focused on the creep kills, because he's almost 20 creep kills behind, even though he has poked. You really need to get both the creep kills and the poke, because if you're not getting kills out of it, it's not worth it.
Oh yeah. Graves pitching in, buying a ward, helping Lulu out. This is a very Korean style match. I like it. We have people just pitching in, being team players, and that's what it's all about.
Yeah, I mean, 75 gold might not be much for an AD carry, but when you might get your gold per 5 a bit earlier as a support, it really helps out with the wards later. So you might earn by helping out a bit if you got 75 gold over when going back.
Yeah, for sure.
Amumu going in with a bandage toss.
Oh my goodness.
A full ulti melting down Oriana. So much damage.
There we go. There we have it. Amumu picking up those second rounds of buffs and saying, you know what, let's try it here in the mid lane. And like you said, level 6, there's the difference. Like, that's a good gank. Right now it's 1-1, 9 minutes. This is a great match, actually. Really excited to see how this turns out.
Up top as well, going to try to gank Rumble. But yeah, they knew he had a ward there. They saw him put it down there. Bit of miscommunication maybe. But they're camping the bush. They're gonna go in. And the bandit toss landing.
This is gonna be quick and it's gonna be painful.
And he's gonna get away.
Wait,
oh, no.
Nope, they're gonna dive. They want it.
Flash.
Blue team definitely mobile here. Blue team also taking action bot lane, knowing that the jungler is now what looks like to be top for purple team. They might pick up a double. Oh my goodness, Zyra living by a sliver of health.
15 HP.
15 HP.
That's really low. I don't know if it's a wise choice to stay there though.
Oh, definitely not. Definitely not. But good call on top lane. That action was intense. I do believe Lulu's support is amazing just because of all the tools she has. She's just so flexible. You can get extra damage on your AD carry by shielding them. You can do vision on the enemy by shielding the enemy. You can, you know, basically silence slash stun, whatever you want to call it, with her Whimsy or W on any target, or you can speed up your ally, and then you have a general slow nuke that is pretty, you know, standard.
Yeah, and she got the ultimate as
Oh,
well.
that thing is ridiculous.
That's just so annoying, because if you got a lot of damage coming out, it's just gonna destroy everything. And if she got some melee stacking on the AD carry, she's just gonna clean them away.
Yeah. Well, the best part is that if you ulti, it cannot be ignited. You are going to get all that base health. That is what you are going to get. And also, another thing about Lulu that's underrated is her passive. Like, when you put that E on someone late game, and the passive starts cranking out that magic damage, and you have attack speed scaling with it, oh, it does so much. Like, it's truly strong. So here comes Jax meeting Orianna. He's roaming a bit. He's going to land the counter-strike. It looks like blue team is taking the initiative, really.
And Katarina is not... She's not following him this. I don't know about that.
And Orianna
not going off.
Yeah, wow. Jax is going to walk away with that one.
Orianna as well, because of that tower damage increasing by each hit.
Purple team just seems to be cracking under the pressure that blue team's providing here. It's just all of a sudden it was a quick succession of strikes. You know, it's like a sucker punch to the face, and they're not recovering. You know, with the top gank, and then maybe the gank before that was mid. I mean, it's going to be hard. Rumble roaming really hard here, going down. I mean, they're
everyone is heading for Dragon now. It's probably going to be a huge fight now. Amumu has his ult up, so does Graves, Lulu as well. Everyone has their ults up on.
Let's go. Party at Dragon. Let's see what happens.
Yeah,
like,
same
I'm pretty
as
excited.
All ults up.
Here comes the damage. Alright, so it looks like the Dragon's
just leaving the Dragon.
I don't blame him.
Putting up his ultimate.
Uh-oh.
Some ultimates being popped. No hard engage.
Here it comes. Amumu taking quite a bit of damage. Jax zoning out Rumble and the AD carries. Katarina going in for the damage. She's going to get the reset. She's going to kill the support.
Big reset there.
Looks like Amumu's going to fall. Then Orianna's going to flash to the side here. She's going to ult and hopefully get some more damage out.
Wow,
Blue team
is she going to get a quadra kill here?
It does seem to be so.
Going in with a twisted advance. Another kill.
Oh my goodness.
A triple kill. An official triple kill. Or are they going to dive this? Rumble can probably tank it out.
Here it comes. Here it
Maokai
comes.
going in, twisted advance, Jax counter strike, gonna grab the kill on Maokai, but 2 kills being sacrificed.
Wow, they wanted that. That was optimal. That was optimal for them, and Dragon is still up. Notice that the things that happen there is that for blue team, you want to get that hard engage and you want it to happen quick. When you delay the fight like that, and props to purple team, I mentioned ranges, right? 700, 800 range. You got to consider they have that much range to play with. If you don't engage, they're going to play with that range. And what I mean is that Orianna's going to poke you. Rumble's going to back him up with a couple of harpoon spears. Draven's going to try and land a couple Qs if he can. And then if you try and engage and you don't fully do it right off the bat, you're going to get snared by either Maokai or Zyra, or slowed by Orianna. And that range is so long that you won't be able to like recover with anything of your own because your range on your team is low. So that's the logic behind poke comps, and right there, purple team just played it amazingly well, and it doesn't help that the damage was amplified a little bit by Dragon. But
yeah, I'm surprised though that Amumu didn't use ult that fight.
Oh, that hesitation killed him, I'm sure.
Yeah.
He wanted too many people in his ult, and to do that, you got to be quick.
Yeah, I mean, if you can get 2 people.
Oh my goodness!
Nothing.
Please tell me you saw that Katarina with the blue steal there because of the ward placement in their jungle. One dagger took the blue. Katarina just, oh my goodness, amazing play.
I bet she's feeling like a boss now.
Oh yeah, they're just gonna take this. Amumu's taking quite a bit of damage. Katarina using the ult only on Maokai. That's going to be pretty painful if she doesn't pick up a reset here, but they're trying to secure the Dragon, I think. Here comes the Orianna, all landing on all carries that she wants to. Jax is going to try and zone out Orianna, get this to stop, but then Draven's going to back him up. Rumble ult's going to cut off the river here, and pretty much Graves is out of here. Jax finally finishes off Orianna, but then gets taken out by Draven. Will Rumble kill this? Yep, he does. Yeah, he takes out Graves.
Now it's actually in Team Purple's favor. I mean, they got the dragon, the blue team, but 3 kills, and they're gonna get more map pressure. Probably gonna push the bot tower a bit.
You got a 3-1 Rumble, and you got a 5-3 Orianna. What this means is that if you fight up close, it's gonna hurt, because Rumble's fed. However, the poke is still strong too, because you have 5 kills on Orianna, so, you know, you gotta balance that out. You gotta be very careful with who you're giving your kills to, and what that's gonna do to the style of the play.
Yeah, because they're gonna have a lot of AoE damage, and if they fight in enclosed areas as the ramp at the dragon, Maokai ult, Rumble ult, Orianna ult, Syra ult, everything has AoE damage on their ult.
And it's hard for these guys to play, though. Like, this is a competitive game, you know? It's so easy to commentate. Oh, it's so easy to say, oh, this, and that. But when you're actually in the game, and that's one thing, you know, these players, like, shout-out to them for playing in the tournament, Kings of Europe, that they're really showing us some great gameplay here. It's hard, you know?
Yeah.
And you take so many things for granted, like GP Amumu. Like, normally I think, oh, Amumu's so tanky, but it's the items that make Amumu tanky, not Amumu himself. He does block physical damage, but, I mean, when you're up against this much magic, no wonder he's melting like crazy. Oh,
yeah,
and
the thing
Amumu
is
there.
that at the moment, the purple team has a better fighting capability in enclosed areas, but what blue team is also about is team fighting in enclosed areas with Graves AoE and Amumu, everything like that.
Oh, yeah.
So it's just the advantage that they have at the moment. Even though it's not in gold, they just have the kind of mid-game advantage.
Yeah, I
They
think
got
it's the matchups, really, too. Is that Amumu might think he's tankier than he really is because his E, like, he's maxing E here. Notice that's Tantrum. What it does is it takes 10 reduced damage from physical attacks. Physical attacks. You're up against the Maokai, you're up against a Rumble, you're up against an Orianna, you're up against the Zyra somewhat. That damage builds up, and he might be more used to a bruiser setting where Amumu's just so silly and so tanky, and that's why he's taking so much damage and dying. But here
Jack's
we go,
going in
Amumu.
on top with the counter strike, just mashing. Amumu going down, and Rumble is gonna be a dead Yordle.
Amazing gank from Amumu. Great bandage toss. Great initiate from Jax there. Really cool.
Yeah, this is what they need. They need to pick a couple of guys off. Because there is no real big objective on the map at the moment, because Dragon is down, and they're not gonna be able to do Baron anytime now.
Yeah, Katarina dying mid there. Shimpo went off like we mentioned earlier, and Maokai capitalized on it. Amumu's gonna try and cover the mid tower that's fallen, or not cover, try and cover that area of the map. But he's quickly gonna go to the jungle, see if he can scout out Maokai for bot lane, because if Maokai comes bot lane, you're looking at a dive. Yep, he might be pinging it, or they're pinging ward locations right now. Lulu does not know. Here it comes. Will he snare her? He does. Oh, they almost...
Flash into tower. This might hurt on Maokai's end as well.
He's getting naturally tanky just from the moveset, so it's getting pretty ugly. He's also got 2 types of resistance, the Null Magic Mantle and Chain Vest, so, I mean... It's gonna be rough.
When he gets some more HP, he's gonna be real tanky to match with those resistances. Yeah, Amumu sitting. He is probably...
Wow, look at that damage on Jax onto a Rumble.
He is invisible, actually. If you will look at the Purple's vision, they don't see him. Now they saw him. They saw him a bit before, but he might have tilted back. And meanwhile, Rumble dying versus Jax. His 1 versus 1 capability is so strong.
Weird. Yeah, I'm gonna play with this Fog of War for a bit, huh? Wow, yeah. Interesting word placement there. Looks like Katarina and Amumu are going to make the move here. Is the bandage toss going to go down onto Draven or Zyra? It seems that he's maybe thinking about it.
Wow.
Well, for good reason. Jax just cleaned up top, taking out Rumble, taking the turret as well, so...
Orianna going mid, though.
Yeah, she's not stopping. It's crazy. Orianna just refuses to give in when it comes to pushing.
Putting out some nice damage onto Katarina, but it's not going to be an issue for her because she got a Mumu to back her up.
Yeah. One hell of a game. One hell of a game.
Yeah. And it's very even. Only 200 gold. Same kills at 20 minutes.
Seems that, what is the CS difference now? 104 to 144. There, you were talking about the CS difference, and let's talk about, for the gold difference. We have 100, or we have 6K on Graves, and then we have 4K right around there, so it's about a 1.4 difference, you'd say.